Stockport is an advantaged city. It is located in the exchange of the three rivers, with numerous underground coal and other mineral resources. That's what made it so important during the Industrial Revolution. The textile and light industry play a leading role among all industry of Stockport. In the 19th century, the textile industry grew rapidly, and Stockport became the center of the British hat industry. Apart from that, Stockport also highly developed various industries besides textiles, such as metalworks, coal mining, brickworks, and so on. These industries have brought great development and strong economy to Stockport, but unfortunately, they also caused great damage to the local environment.
Now we take the textile industry as an example. During the process of producing, there will be contaminants such as organic pollutants, including pesticides, bleach, chlorides, heavy metals. Exhaust gas will be also produced. Thus, the gas from boiler production contains sulfur dioxide, nitric oxide, carbon dioxide, heavy metal particles. Over time, those organic pollutants discharged into the soil can pass through the soil change. Pentachlorophenol and chlorate PCP can be attached in the soil and absorbed by plants at the same time. Because of their accumulation, its concentration in biologicals is far higher than that in water. As for the heavy metals in boiler ash, metals discharged into a river can contaminate the water body and damage downstream with it. On the other part remains in the soil, it will have a great impact on the growth of plants. Because of geological structure, metals are likely to pollute groundwater, in principle aquifer in sandstone and mudstone.
Many of the pollution residues generated by these industries still affect the environment today. Many of Stockport's mining factories weaken the soil surface, causing large holes and ground erosion. The entry of acidic sewage into groundwater and surface water will change the pH of the water body, endanger the self-purification of the water body, damage the natural ecology, and lead to the reduction or destruction of aquatic resources. Once they get into the soil, they will cause acidification of the soil and affect plant growth. Such diversions can affect the human body's metabolism and cause diseases of the digestive system.
Some metal recycling factories and landfills can produce organic pollutants, such as polychlorinated binaceals and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. These substances can contaminate soil and surface water through sediment, erosion, flushing, and enter the food chain eventually. As organisms at the top of the food chain, humans are the most vulnerable to those pollutants, which are highly biological toxic, such as carcinogenic, reproductive toxicity, neurotoxic, and interfere with the endocrine system. In the process of making bricks, the brick factory needs asphalt. If the asphalt is stacked directly on the ground without treatment, the organic matter in the asphalt can easily penetrate into the groundwater and pollute it. In addition, sulfur dioxide from coal-fired boilers can settle to the ground through the rain and snow, and then acidify the soil.
After the soil is acidified, it can accelerate the weathering of aluminium, containing primary and secondary minerals in the soil to release a large amount of aluminium ions, forming a form of aluminium compounds that can be absorbed by plants. Long-term and excessive absorption of aluminium by plants can cause poisoning and even death. In addition, the acidity of the soil will also inhibit the activity of upstream microorganisms. And at the same time, most nutrients in the soil will be leached and the soil will become barren.
So how can we solve these problems? Experts found that existing soil and water contamination can be treated by physical, chemical, and biological remediation technologies. But these strategies belong to the end of the treatment, and the efficiency is not high for the overall contamination control. Governments have committed to make relevant laws and regulations for improving the supervision of contamination sources and promoting economic transformation to develop green economy. However, that's not enough. Our general public also need to improve our awareness of environmental protection and educate children and teenagers to recognize the problems of environment. In our daily life, the problem of environmental contamination is almost everywhere, but we may not notice it. In cities, all kinds of contamination, such as water contamination, noise contamination, air contamination, and soil contamination, all affect our life more or less. Environmental contamination can cause direct or potential harm to our health and living standards. If each of us is aware of the seriousness of this contamination and the importance of the environment, our city and life will also become better. Therefore, everyone needs to take part in it to save our Earth.